Hey, welcome back to the channel, the only channel on YouTube where you can get a mostly professional tarot card reading from a haunted house in a creepy graveyard from a haunted chick like me with disgustingly cute dogs. I'm here for about an hour. I thought that I would jump online and say hey, see if anybody needed any help with anything, see if anybody wanted to say hey or chat. I put everything you need to know in the pinned comment, so check out my music. There's a link there. Also check out the description if you'd like to get a reading. It is the weekend. I do buy one, get one free readings on the weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. All readings start at $5. So when you get the $5 reading, that's pretty much asking me to ask Spirit what you need to know right now. If you'd like to ask up to 3 questions, you can get a $7 Lux taco box. That tarot card reading gives me 7+ minutes, 7+ cards. And you can ask up to 3 questions, whatever comes first. Same with the 11/11 love reading, the $20 past, present, future, the $30 general, and the $60 in-depth. Everything you need to know is in the description. You can also make a donation to PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, or Super Chat. If you don't want to get a reading but you still want to make a donation to the channel, you're more than welcome to. I'll probably still pull a card for you if you do. Thank you so much for the jewels. I appreciate that. That is very kind and generous of you. Let's see if Spirit has a message for us tonight. I'll be here for about an hour if anybody wants to get a paid reading. I'll be back later tonight for a Spiritbox session with the REM pod. Maybe somebody will want to do an Estes method with me tonight. So come back later, 12:30 Eastern Standard Time, maybe 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. +5 subscribers, I'll open the chat to free yes/no questions during the late show. 10+ likes, I'll open the chat to free Q&A with the Ghost Spirit Box. So tell your friends and share the channel. So Spirit does have a collective message for us tonight. Page of Swords and Queen of Pentacles. Somebody is looking back at the past but only to grow more wisdom, to find balance in your future. I feel like these cards are telling you that there's a lot of thinking and processing you need to do, and you know what that is all about, and to take your time with it. You know, there's no point in rushing yourself to overcome everything in one day. Rome wasn't built in a day. Hey, is it Mr. Brad? Sorry, I hope I said your name correctly. Welcome to the haunted house. How are you tonight? Spirit, I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What do we need to know tonight? Our most trusted and strongest spirit guides as a collective for anyone who may be here in the chat, anyone who may watch the replay, anyone who may come in the chat now or later. Yeah, I remember. X marks the spot. Let's check and see what the card is on the bottom of the deck. Okay, Spirit. If you've lost something, Spirit's saying it's just right there in front of you. Maybe you have lost your light, or you feel like something that belongs to you is lost, or maybe you're looking for something special. But Spirit's saying it's right there in front of you, and it starts with your thoughts. You are the beginning of that journey. You are the beginning of that light. Spirit, can you clear this can you clarify this message in the Power Spirit deck? From the Power Spirit deck, can you clarify this message, Spirit? This card is about the unknown. It is actually called the unknown. You may be having anxiety or fear of what is unknown. This card is here to tell you something special. This card begins with you. Once again, you felt there was something that you're looking back at, something about you to grow wisdom in balance and strength. The bunny is also about family. The bunny is also could be very much about Easter, a sign that come Easter, you will feel more of this balance, the structured balance, and not only connecting more deeper with yourself and your thoughts and feelings, being positive, being radiant, being joyful, but also with family, friends, loved ones. There may be an abundance of children coming into your life, an abundance of creation with this bunny coming up in this card, an abundance of creation with somebody else. Like it might even just be that you and somebody else create art together, or start working together to maybe accomplish a specific goal. And then with the X marks the spot, and that Sparkle Sparkle Bitch card from the Liminal Space deck, explaining that that which you seek is just right there in front of you. Welcome to X. This is about X marking the spot. X marks the spot. It could be about your ex. It could be about something you lost. Maybe it's something you lost in you and you have found the pieces and glued the pieces back together. But whatever it is, Spirit's saying, don't lose the light. You're in the light. Even if it is unknown to you, what might be right in front of you. But just know that the feelings and thoughts you're having and the way that you act and react to them, this is how your unknown will reflect back to you in the future. So it's card number 1. It's called Unknown, and it's about the self. We are all pilgrims on the path to the unknown. We sit in awe and wonder at the architecture of power. Ripen the receptive void within you like a womb, accepting its seed. Open yourself to the unknowable, to what is unfamiliar to you, so that the energy of what you need in order to be whole can flow into you. When you think of yourself as an entity separate from the power, you will obstruct the current, and the power will defeat you. Identify the form of power that you will and that you want. And what you want to accomplish, build, create, or be, and become that. So that there is no separating you from the power. So that there is no separating you from that power that is within you. You might not know what that is, but Spirit's saying it's right in front of you. X marks the spot. You are the spot. You are that light. And many of you may know what that is. It's a gift, and it's time to start exercising it or exploring it or figuring out what that means to you. What, nothing has a meaning until you give it a meaning. So what does this message from your most trusted and strongest spirit guides mean to you this evening? That's what's going to count the most. Hey, Metal Rain, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for coming by, y'all. I appreciate it. I'm outside on the veranda. I think this has probably been the first time I've been out here to do a happy hour live since maybe October. So there's a beautiful oak tree here. You can probably see how big the trunk is. It's practically the size of the house. And then there's another one behind me as well. If anybody just came in, if you want to rewind the live a little bit, there is a free collective message there for anybody who might want to see that free collective message. The snow is all... Wait, it snowed in LA? What? Oh, the mountains, yes. It reminds me so much of Cyprus when you talk about LA. Because, if you look at the world map, like say you have you can look at the world map or you can look at an actual globe. And if you look at if you go to the equator and then you look at all the lines that are horizontal and vertical on the globe, if you look at Cyprus, where my dad and I are from, and then you follow that line over to America, you'll see it will cross through Atlanta. And then if you follow it through the southeast into the southwest, you'll see that same line crosses LA. And it's My dad has said that both cities remind him very much of the weather in Cyprus. It's actually Cyprus. You have a Cypress, California, called Cypress. Yeah, those trees come from the Greek island of Cyprus, actually. But they're spelled differently so that they will obviously be. People will know the difference. I think Mount Troodos is 6,000 feet above sea level. So the highest point on the Greek island of Cyprus is, 6,000 feet. Maybe 6,500 feet, I think, something like that. And that's exactly what the above sea level measurement is where Merrill is, in Lake Tahoe, believe it or not. But it's funny because over on Kings Beach and in that area, it goes down to the sea level of practically zero. And Atlanta's not like that, though. Atlanta is actually 900 to 1,200 feet above sea level, depending on where you are. But we do get snow in the mountains here. I live in the foothills. Your neck and your shoulder are killing you. Let you reposition yourself. Okay, so here's what my friend who's a kinesiologist told me about that. So maybe take your 4 fingers on each hand and maybe press it into your shoulders, okay? And you can massage it if you want to, but at the same time, point your toes for about 30 seconds, or at least until you maybe start to feel relief. You might feel relief, you might not feel relief, but it has helped me tremendously. Especially that day I went to the ER in December. I literally could not breathe. I was like in so much pain. I was having like the same issue you're having right now. So might want to try it. Might want to try that. I hope you feel better, dude. Oh, I hate being in pain. I'll admit it, I'm a pussy. Wow, you can see the snow from LA. Yeah, it's like that in Larnaca and in Limassol and down on the beaches. Yeah, they can see the snow you can see the snow in the mountains too, like LA. That's so cool. Wow. How did Rob get 745 points? He's not even in chat. Hey Rob, how are you, dear? I see him as top fans. I don't see who's in chat. It doesn't show me when I'm on the iPad. I have to actually have the laptop, which I don't have that right now. So maybe it's that he said something, but we can't see it because YouTube is ghosting the comments. Or maybe that's just his overall number with the channel. I'm not really sure how all that works. Like, it pretty much gives me, I can make the screen brighter. I can put on a green screen. I can record a 45-second short. I can put retouch on or off. I can mute the chat. I can start a poll or Q&A, but it does not let me see. It does not let me see who's in chat from the iPad unless you say something. Okay, what's the good news? What news? What? Checkers and Easy are going to be in the next episode. Okay, cool. Right on. That's good to know. They always make the episodes funnier. All right, right on, right on. Hey Ari, how are you, sweetheart? That's why I missed you in chat the other day, because you changed your name and you changed your default picture, so you look different by just quick eyesight. It's okay for being late. It's all right. That's good. You're doing all right. Awesome. Good to hear from you. So, what are you up to tonight? So I'll be here for about another 35 minutes, and then I'm going to go eat dinner, and then I'll come back for the late show. And we'll do Spiritbox, REM Pod, Live Tarot, Collective Messages. There's 3 collective messages. We'll watch a spooky movie. It might just be a short film, but it will still be a classic. Might be a silent film, might not be a silent film, I don't know yet. It just depends on what I can find. So come back later, 5+ subscribers. We'll open the chat to free Yes No Tarot. 10+ likes, I'll open the chat to free Q&A with the Ghost Spirit Box and the REM Pod. I gotta also find the batteries for the REM Pod. It might take a little bit, but I think I know where the batteries are. The lower girl's a drinker, hope she's not as bad as Richard, so, yeah. I mean, if somebody has a glass of wine, I think a glass of wine is it's like rather normal for if you're an adult. Have a glass of wine every day, fine, whatever. But I mean, if she's getting obliterated like multiple times throughout the week and, you know, getting trashed every day, that's not gonna be good. I mean, I don't know what Richard does. I don't know if he drinks every day like that, but beer. So, do you think it's like a couple of beers on the weekend like me, or do you think it's like, you know, a 6-pack every day for her, or a couple of beers every day for her? Like I only drink on the weekends. Sometimes I'll have maybe a glass of wine in the middle of the week. But and then sometimes I don't even drink on the weekends. Like it's like not really even. But what is it that was the red flag about her drinking? Because she talked about it like as if it was like her favorite pastime. I mean, my favorite pastime is playing music and hanging out with you guys and hanging out with my dad, playing with my dogs. But I mean, is she talking about that stuff? That's her, like, is she talking about alcohol like it's her favorite pastime? I'm actually in the middle of recording some new music, as well as I'm making a new music video. And not just like one of those music videos I do when I do a fan requested cover song. I mean, I'm actually actually making another music video. Like some of the other ones that are more like cinematic, and I'm trying to see like how am I doing now with my disabilities, making music, making a music video. Can I make this happen quicker than 6 weeks? Can I do it in a week, 2 weeks? What about a day? So I'm really thinking about also, you know, making some more tarot videos for the channel. But definitely more music and art stuff. Hey, Frank and Dad.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just doing a short live before I eat dinner.
Outside?
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've done a live outside.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna go to sleep. I have to be a guard.
Don't worry, Daddy. I got my gun. I'm not afraid to use it. You mentioned Boysenberry Festival, and she says they have Boysenberry beer. Interesting. Boysenberry beer, like, I've only ever had boysenberry jam and boysenberry pie. I can't imagine a excuse me, a boysenberry beer. That would be interesting. I enjoy a good apple cider ale. That's like one of my favorite drinks to have. Not really too much into liquor. I mean, I do like a shot of Jaeger in my chocolate ice cream, but that's only once in a blue moon. I think I mentioned recently I would really like to have a White Russian. I haven't had one in a very long time. My favorite drink is a French martini. A Knott's Berry Farm Creation. Okay. But I don't know. I mean, like coffee, tea, beer, wine, liquor, spirits. If there's anything I haven't tried yet, I mean, there's a lot of alcohol I haven't tried yet, but there's a lot of stuff I have tried because of working in restaurants and bars. So, and also being a musician who's played many of these restaurants and bars and clubs. You know, they always want to pay you in liquor, beer, alcohol, and fried chicken instead of giving money. So I've had a chance to try a wide variety of drinks since I became an adult. And one thing I would really like to try is I want to try this medieval wine that dates back as far as the 13th century. But see, it's very difficult to find the Malmsey wine in the right format, in the right way it's been made for centuries. And I have not found it yet. I have found people who are like, oh, I can get you a nice Madeira, but I'm still hunting down, I think I've talked about this before, I'm still hunting down a bottle of Malmsey wine. A real bottle of Malmsey wine, not just some like fake representation of it. I have yet to find something that, and I believe it's a vermouth, the Malmsey wine, which I've also never tried. It's more like a spirit wine than, say, a regular, like, this is a Pinot Noir. This is more like a Burgundy. Well, I wouldn't get too, I wouldn't put your red flags up too much if she just mentioned it. I mean, maybe she just like meant, you know, you brought up the festival. Oh, they have a good boysenberry beer. But I guess you'll just have to see how it works out with her with that and keep your eye on it. At least it's not meth. Okay, right on. It is really, really nice outside. I like it a lot. Really nice. That's exactly what you need to do with Gemma, because at the end of the day, I mean, even if you didn't report it anonymously, I don't think that you would get in trouble. I don't think that you would. I mean, they might call you in for something if you didn't do it anonymously, but anybody who has a drug addiction or an alcohol addiction or is not even capable of taking care of themselves, let alone a child, should definitely not have a dog or a cat or a pet. Unless it is the kind of pet that is self-sufficient. And, you know, what pet is self-sufficient? I don't know. I couldn't mention even one animal that's self-sufficient unless it's a wild creature. So, unless she's planning on having wild creatures as her pets for the rest of her life, I just don't see how she can have a healthy relationship with an animal companion, let alone a human being, while having a major drug problem like methamphetamines. Oh my God, I know. And you need to remind them of that. You need to let somebody know. You need to let somebody know soon. I can't believe it's been this long, and maybe you haven't, or you've been too afraid to call. I'll call. Give me the number. I don't need to be anonymous. I can be that bitch. I may not be a vegan anymore, but I have my wits about me in regards to animal advocacy still. So just let me know if you need me to make the phone call. Oh, it's a website? Okay, give me the website. I will also complain. Then there'll be 2 complaints. And I don't even give if I'm anonymous or not. But if you would want me to report it anonymous, I would. Just let me know how I can help. 'Cause dogs deserve the best. Animals deserve the best. You know, we're just guests on their planet. It's really not the other way around. We were put here to take care of them. It's really not the other way around. Well, they'll see Georgia and know how they know. No, they won't, because I put my VPN on for Los Angeles. Then what will they know? Just saying. And if it really truly is anonymous, it shouldn't matter if I'm emailing from the moon. Okay? It could be somebody who knows about the situation who's traveling through Atlanta and they happen to report it from there, or et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, you're overthinking. You're such an overthinker. Stop that. It's not bad to be an overthinker, but I don't think that at the end of the day they're gonna be thinking, abused dog. How does this person in Atlanta know that? No, they're gonna be like, abused dog, let's go find it and start investigating. That's gonna be more important to them than who's behind the anonymity. You see what I'm saying? Did anything ever get resolved within regards to the situation with the debit card that she took, the bank information to do DistroKid? And you know, it dawned on me that I actually do not have distribution through DistroKid. I almost went with DistroKid, but I went with Ditto Music instead in Europe. Which I've been thinking of switching back to distribution in America. Just not sure. I'm gonna be working it out more this week while I'm making my music video. Yeah, you should. Definitely should. I think that's great. Good. You got your money back and a new debit card. Awesome. So I started having my debit card compromised once I took on a payment for the surgery I had in December. So for some reason, every time after I pay it with my debit card, pay that monthly payment, my debit card gets either an insufficient fund fee for a small amount of money, or a very large, or a decline for a very large amount of money from something somewhere like Lowe's or some shit like that. So, I don't know what that's all about, but it happened 2 months in a row. It happened in February, now it's happening again in March. So, yeah, you told me distro banned her account. That's the right thing to do. Yeah. Is to ban her account. That makes total sense. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure she knows. I'm 100% sure she knows. Nobody gets online to upload their music and pay all that money. Okay, so here's probably what she paid for, because this is what those companies do. Distribution companies, they want you to pay your, some of them have monthly fees, some of them have yearly. Ditto Music is $20 a year. Okay, Distro Music might be 20 or 100, but they have add-ons. So, sometimes they want you to pay a certain amount of money to even put your music online. All right, to put it on the charts, to have a magazine talk about it, to have an article online about it, to have a huge promotion on it. With the amount of money that she spent on your card, okay, it sounds like she did all of that. Sounds like she paid for upload to the charts, an upload to an upload online to some kind of article about her music, and maybe even some other special promotional perks. Because when you have distribution like that and you're an independent artist like myself, but you're a professional one, you know, you have all these options to stack for that particular song or that particular single or that particular thing you want to do. Even on YouTube, like even when it comes to YouTube, you can get a whole topic on yourself on particular different platforms. Some of them you pay for, some of them are free. So with the amount of money that she spent, I think she got a package of, you know, it wasn't like she just paid $20 or whatever to have her shit uploaded. Pardon my French. It was like probably a big promotion thing. So she probably waited around for it to go live, and probably it would have taken 1 to 2 weeks to do all of that for her. Maybe earlier, maybe a shorter amount of time. It just depends on what she paid for. If she didn't pay for anything other than just to get on the charts and to get her stuff online, the song online uploaded by a certain date, you know, she had just done it for free, you would have never known, because that probably would have been, yeah, I mean, when you have distribution like that, they'll put your stuff out on platforms for free. If you don't get like a promotion thing, an article, put it on the charts, you know, that kind of thing. Free. But it looks like she did like a promotional package or something. So then she would have waited around for a couple of days to a week to maybe 2 weeks for the whole thing to be finished and ready to go live. And I'm pretty sure she knows, because she's probably the one that ordered it. It's not going to be like, you know, somebody else did that. She paid over $400. Yeah. That sounds like something I've done before. And then when I realized that it was just a crapshoot, it's just like a ripoff. Like, you know, I could do this myself from my desk. You know, maybe not so much pay the amounts of money to put the song on the charts, but the online article, the music promotion, that kind of stuff. So yeah, over $400. She was waiting for that, definitely waiting for that moment to arrive. So she knows. And she knows what she was doing too. Definitely. She knew what she was doing. Yeah, so when they banned the account, so she had songs that were online, like on any platform, that distribution is available on, whether it's Apple Music, Spotify. Hey Sugar, how are you, sweetheart? Spotify, all those different kind of Amazon Music, YouTube Music. So all that stuff would have been taken offline immediately, little by little. Oh, you can't hear me? I'm sorry, babe. Well, I'm only going to be here for about another 10 minutes and then I'm going to go eat dinner. Maybe 10, 15 minutes and I'm going to go eat dinner and I'll be back for the late show. I just wanted to do some live work, see how you guys were, check in on me, see if anybody needed any help with anything. Say hi, chill on the front porch. Haven't chilled on the front porch in ages, so probably haven't since like October. It feels great out here though. I love it. I think that if there was anything that I like to do more than, you know, have the environment I'm on during the environment I'm in during the late shows, it's pretty much sitting outside and doing a live is like, yeah, that's where I feel my most comfortable is outside, for sure. Are you feeling better, Sugar? Are you feeling better at all? Oh, she can't hear me. Oh my God. I wonder why she can't hear me. That is so strange. Maybe she needs to reset her phone. Reset your phone, Sugar. Spirit, I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What do we need to know right now about anything? Is there any messages that you can give us from the liminal space deck tonight, Spirit? What do we need to know from the liminal space deck? Spirit wants me to choose this card. Hey, Frank and Dad.
I have to come inside soon because it's midnight.
I'm going to be coming inside in about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. Why don't you go inside?
I'm going inside.
Okay.
Because I want to go to sleep. I want to be in. I love you.
Love you too.
No more than 10 minutes. Okay.
Frank and Dad just literally came out here and is outside in his long johns. I think I'm blind. All right, so here's the collective message for tonight. A solution, an answer but not a solution. So tarot cards can't always be, and oracle cards can't always be, you know, the solution to all your issues. But what can be is rest, taking care of yourself, staying well hydrated, and maybe even giving yourself a little bit of a break in regards to, you know, what you might be spiraling out about in this maze of life. None are free until all are free. That might very well be about limiting beliefs and circumstances that you might be feeling, experiencing, or having in your life right now. Hey Dwayne, how are you, dear? Welcome back to the haunted house. Welcome back, Ari. How are you? You're so welcome. Thanks for stopping by tonight. I'm actually about to end the live and go eat some dinner, and then I'm gonna be back. Let me see. What time am I gonna be back? I'll probably be back in about a half hour, 45 minutes, like no more than an hour. I'll be back. You've never had a boysenberry beer? I want a boysenberry beer. Now I want one, No Rain. Where am I gonna find one? Where do you get a boysenberry beer? I'll tell you what, boysenberries are pretty good. Boysenberry jam, boysenberry preserves, especially on pancakes. Oh my goodness, with whipped cream, so good, so good, so good. What do boysenberries even taste like? Well, to me, it kind of tastes like a cross between blueberry, cranberry, grapes, and apples. I know that sounds a little weird, but it's more tangier. Like I don't know, it's really good. It's different. It's definitely different. Have you ever had a boysenberry pie? Maybe you haven't, but here in the South we make a pie called, sometimes it's called rhubarb, but boysenberry rhubarb pie. So it'll have a combination of the rhubarb and the boysenberry in it. It is really good. You can even just make boysenberry pie or just rhubarb pie. Yeah, it is a hybrid. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. Alright, you guys. I'm gonna quietly wrap it up here because I really don't want to be outside in the graveyard at midnight by myself. Thank you guys so much for coming by tonight. I really appreciate it. It's been fun. I will be back in a little bit. Okay. I'm just gonna go eat some dinner, cuddle the dogs, and set up the Spiritbox and the REM pod. I need to find the battery for the REM pod. I've got 3 new batteries somewhere. I think they might be in maybe the baker's, not in the baker's rack. It might be on the desk or in the desk. But if I don't find the batteries, we will still have the Spiritbox. I don't know. I might put a movie on tonight. I gotta look for a good one. Of course, it'll just be a short film, short silent film. I don't know if it will be horror. I don't know if it'll be sci-fi. It'll be something more. Alright, I'll be back in a little bit. You guys be good to yourself with your thoughts. Speak to you in a little bit.